Hey, all you yinzers out there. Welcome back to DIY and That. It is 34 degrees and cloudy here in beautiful rural Avella, Pennsylvania. The time is 10:57. Time for a quick tip. I've got a door here that doesn't latch quite right. It will latch, but half the time it pops right back open. So let's take a quick get in here closer and I'll show you what the problem is. Not sure how well you can see that, but if you look at the right side of the striker plate there, you'll see there's a gap. And what has happened is the plate has moved back towards the doorstop over a period of years, a lot of use. And that little gap there is what's causing us to have a problem with the latch catching all the time. So what we need to do is to move that latch back to the right, and I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. Sorry I can't get you in here closer, but that's the limitation of my current camera gear. So I'm going to loosen this up. You can tell how old this is. It's got slotted screws instead of Phillips. Most of the new ones have Phillips. So once that's loose, I'm going to try tapping this over a little bit. We don't need a lot. Just need enough to, okay. Well, unfortunately that's not going to work. Looking at the screws compared to the striker, and you can see where the bevel is, where the screw's supposed to sit, and if I tighten that, it's going to go right back where it was. So that is not going to work. So let's try a different strategy. Now the right way to do that would be to take this out, plug the screw holes with some wood, and then let that, glue them in there, let that dry, and come back and drill new holes for it. Short of doing that, what we need to do is to move the stops. And what I'm going to do, because we only need a tiny fraction of distance here to make this latch properly, I'm going to tap this with a block of wood and a hammer and see if we can just nudge that over just a little bit. So I was able to nudge that over just a tiny bit. I don't think that's even a 1/16 of an inch, maybe it's a 32nd. You can see along here that I've broken the paint, so that told me it actually moved. And I think that might be enough to solve our problem now. I have to be a little careful here because some door frames have these stop molded into the jamb itself. It's all one piece. This one is an applied stop. If it has the stop integral with the jamb molded in, you don't want to do this because you could split the jamb or split the stop. So that will not work in that case. Then you're stuck having to move this over, as I mentioned earlier. But in this case, because this was planted on here, we were able to bang this over a little bit. So let's try the door and see if that solved the problem. All right, so that's good. That's exactly what we wanted. There is a tiny bit of play in the door. It's still pressing up against the weather seals. By the way, this is the door between my garage and my basement, so I do want the weather stripping to work. If this was an interior door, it wouldn't matter that much, but if it was sloppier, it wouldn't hurt anything. But in this case, there is not even a 1/16 of play in the door, and this way the door is closing every time, and it's holding. So quick fix for that, not necessarily the appropriate way to do it, but sometimes you just need to do things quick and dirty. So if you run into this problem, this is one way to straighten it out. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.